Hello. Welcome to Friday Facebook Fix. It's Adair Palmer here, and I'm just running a tad late. What have I been doing this morning? Oh my God. I thought I would get really organized, super organized, try a show without scheduling it. And what I thought I would do, because I'm using the Be Live app, the Be Live platform, I didn't schedule the show, but what I wanted to do was send it out through my messages, like my chatbot, and also send it out through my email broadcasting, like my broadcasting email app, to say, hey, look, Friday Facebook Fix is on, and see if we get a bit better reach. Because apparently by some feedback that but scheduled posts get less of engagement or less reach than unscheduled posts. So what I'm doing is a little bit of a test. So I thought, I've got this down pat. What I can do is start just before 9:30. I can have all the information ready. I can blast it out, and then boom, on 9:30, I can just start the broadcast. And guess what? Don't ever say how hard can that be, because it's always more complicated than what you think. And so yes, my PM in the messenger bot was manual. Roy is here. Hello. Hang on, let's go back to this one. Hey, Roy. How you doing, Roy? Roy, now you're in the US. Whereabouts in the US are you, Roy? And so the PM in messenger bot was manual. Yes, so what I had to do, because I can't start the show on Be Live TV any more than 10 minutes, like I can't schedule a show any more than 15 minutes before I'm going to start it. Or is it 11 minutes? Anyway, it's a few minutes. So I didn't want to schedule the show, but if I started the show more than 10 minutes ahead of time and then got the links and sent them out, it wouldn't have. I don't think it's gone anywhere anyway. So this might be a big crash and burn. So you can see I've got my, well, I don't know if you can see the Adair bot has sent out the show link. You can join as a guest. That should actually work okay. I'm just going to click on view the show. I can't. Oh, it's come up. And then it's saying, please view in the Facebook app. So that's cool. When I did the test, it said the show, it's 11 minutes, and Roy's in California. I love California. We were there in 2012. This year, when I was over there, I was in Orlando for a conference, and now Roy is telling me the bot has the wrong link. It's not the bot, it's me. Oh my dear Lord. Okay, so, but this is actually showing me the same page can't be loaded, but when I clicked on it, Roy, it's saying, oh my God, I've got to take my glasses off to see. How weird is that? This is actually showing me today's, when I clicked on the link, it's showing me that one, which is you just commented. So I'm not quite sure, did I send the wrong bot? What's sure? If I click on join as a guest, what happens there? Oh wait, now it works. Thanks, Roy. That's I'm awake now. And if you click on join, if you're on mobile, if you click on join, you can jump in the show and join me as a guest. There we go. So what I want to share with you today, we will be running a little bit. Yes, you have to be live for the link to work, and there is a bit of a lag. So what I like, this is all experiential. I've got, hang on, I've got Joe. I can see that you've commented, Joe Lockery from Rebel Web Solutions. Let's have a look. Where are you? I can see you've just popped up in my notifications, but I can't see you. Are you on the show itself, or are you in the... I have to show you. Joe says, I appeared on the mat. He's just sent me a message. Joe, that's awesome. I just go, like, that's pretty cool. Let me see if I can share my, oh, no, I can't because you've sent it to my, let me save the image and I'll see. Because, let's see if I can do that. Maybe I can just add it to here. I'll just I'm going to do something different, completely. Now for something completely different. I'm going to leave that for now, Joe. If he used Messenger, yeah. I just tried to save it, but then trying to get it so that I can display it without showing other people's messages is a bit tricky. So I do want to share with you some exciting news. Some of you who have hooked into Mari Smith's live broadcast last Friday when she announced the local app. So local, this is really, really exciting. Vivian's here too. Let me just get the screen share happening. And share. And Vivian, how are you, Vivian? Vivian is from Loom Fruits. If you want, Vivian and Joe and Roy, what I'd like you guys to do, thank you for joining me and jumping out and saying hi. Now I've got 16 friggin' screens. You can see what I'm looking at, it's a mess. If you want to pop the link to your business pages, Roy is Net Friending, Joe is Rebel Web Solutions, and Vivian is Loom Fruits, just pop them in the comment section and people can just say, if they're interested, they can just click and go and have a look at each other's business pages and suss out what each other do, because we're all about net friending. As Roy says, it's all about building community and having our helping our fellow peeps here on Facebook. So I'm saying peeps because that's what Mari Smith says, and she's been in my ear all morning while I've been watching what she does. She's awesome stuff. My screen's gone a little bit wonky, but we'll see how we go. I'll show you what I'm looking at. It's a bit scary. I usually say folks, not peeps. There we go. And Roy is saying my page is net friending. Actually, what Joe has done, pretty clever. He's gone like this. So what he's done is he's changed and commenting on this broadcast as his page. So if you can do that and comment as your page and just say who you are. So there we go. Rebel Web Solutions is Joe Lockery from the Murray Mallee. Oh, I promised I would never forget. You'll tell me if I'm wrong, won't you? Today I do have a slideshow for you. Hey, April's here too. There we go. April's commenting as net friending. So you can just click on the link. There's a clickable link there. And you can just, and you can go and visit April and Roy in the net friending. Join the net friending movement because it's awesome. And we're on a mission to bring April home. So hang on, let me do that. Let's go. My screen's all over the place. Let's just do, it's sort of going like this. I feel like it's maybe had a few too many tequilas or something. I think I maybe got too much happening. I don't know. I'll just shut down a tab or two because I know that Facebook does take a few the resources. Oh, that's better. So bring. This is something that we're working on. April, did I do that right? Here we go. April has a April said she's had some wine earlier. I don't know what you can you see it in the, hang on, I'll show you the screen, and then had some wine earlier. Well, it was a bit too early for me to have wine, and I actually don't drink, so there we go. I'm glad I'm giving you a chuckle there, Joan. I'm going to put this solo, and then you can see what I'm looking at. And I'm going to type in the agenda for those who share. I can't even spell. It's like it is. It's had some. And we go show and grow. So please share, show and grow. So I'll add that to the agenda. As you can see, I am really, really uber organized today. Please share the broadcast, and I will. You can see the screen's moving. It's like really weird. Okay, let me share my desktop. Now, which one did I want to share there? I can't even click that to get out of the agenda. Oh, here, this is the one I want to share. So we'll pull that one back down. And let me just share this screen because I've actually have to acknowledge Mari Smith for this. Lovely, lovely, lovely lady. And she is now, I can't even see what you guys are looking at now. So let me just hook in to, this is going to be interesting to see what the stats on this are like. I think in future what I might be doing, let me just go out of there. You can't see this because I haven't even added that to the, that's the wrong one. I don't want that one. Out. And this one in. Add that to the broadcast. Okay. So what I'm going to do is to check out my, all right, so now Mari did this live, hang on, Mari did this live last Friday, so I am borrowing very, very heavily from Mari's, actually I'm copying it, but it's with full acknowledgement because I've just done screenshots. What she's done, what there is a new app, and it's been released in the US. It's called Local, and the Local app is, let me just see if I can get this. I just got to make sure that it's happening okay on my page so that you can see what I can see. And let's go here. So this new app has been released in the US. It is coming out in and globally. They're going. Yes, it is. They've put a lot of work into it. There we go. Now I can see what I'm looking at when I go full screen. So it is something that should be rolled out locally. Very, very exciting for you, for small businesses, especially if you are a local business, if you're a bricks and mortar business, if you are a restaurant or a somewhere like a cinema, somewhere like, and you'll see why when I take you through it, and why I've done screenshots of what Mari has done last week is so because I don't have the app here myself. And so Mari has quite aptly demonstrated it. But what I want to do is show you what this app is. I want to show you what you can do with it. It's all based in San Diego at the moment because that's where Mari is. But what I want you to do is think about what you can do with your own business page using events that is going to power on potential, like people looking for your for what you have to offer. So what I'll do is I'll go through this little tutorial and show you what I mean, and then take any questions. So let's go. I'll just pop that full screen and see if it's coming up. I know there's a bit of a lag, but if that comes up, then I'll just walk you through these few slides that Mari shared last week. So I'm just going to, no, it's saying can't play video. Just go nuts though. Okay, so let's see. I'll have to mute that. Oh, it's not playing the video. I'm just wondering if I'm actually live for you guys. It says I'm live, but it's not letting me play the video. This is one of those days where we go, let's learn out loud. Okay, so that's not working on my page. So if anyone could message me, because what I want to know is, are you looking at the screen, the full screen with me down the bottom, and Mari has got, you can see the little Mari emblem there. Let's see if I can find it this way. I'll go in through my Facebook app instead of my Pages Manager and see if that works. But at the moment, I might have to, wow, there's a huge lag there. So, and it says I'm still live, but I'm not quite sure what you're looking at. So I'm going to push on. If I have to redo this, I will, but I'm just a bit curious as to why this has gone wonky. I think it perhaps it could be that I've tried to share it without scheduling it, and it might have caused a little glitch in the system. So I'm not entirely sure what's happening there. However, we will push on because I think it's still going, which is the main thing. So the first part of this app is, what you can do is you can see where it says up the top here, try restaurants or music, where it's got the change. Now this app has got the potential to replace apps like Meetup, Eventbrite, any apps like Yelp, Foursquare. It's combining all of them into this one app, which is called Local. And once we get it, I think there's some really exciting stuff that we can do, that we can see what is available at a glance. And I think Meetup and Eventbrite, for sure, it's actually going to, it's going to be, I think, a game changer for us as small businesses who run workshops or events, particularly if you're going to markets. I think there's, and also restaurants, and there's a lot more. So let's get into it, and I will show you what, there we go. I'll just hide that. It's not letting me click across. So you can see up the top there, you can change your location, which is what you can do with Meetup. So if you're traveling around the world, or if you're going to a different country, if you're going to a different location, so say I'm in Adelaide and I go to Mount Gambier, or I go like somewhere else that's, you know, not my local area, I can change it and I can search what's available in that area on a particular time or a particular date, or a particular or for a particular category. So here we go. You can click on change the location, and you can choose from several different. Later in this demonstration, Mari actually puts in the United Kingdom, and I'll show you that as well. What this does is this pulls in information from Graph Search or your local graph, and it shows you who in your friends are going to what event. So if you are choosing an event near you, you can see which friends are going to that same event. And you can, so I think this is really exciting. You can see that in events already. So this is actually one of the things, if it's if you make the guest list open in your events on Facebook, not on the app, but if you make events, you can display the guest list, then people can actually see who's going, and it shows you who of your friends are interested in or going to the events already. So this just does it on a broader scale. So so you can search specific events, and you can search by calendar as well. So you can say what's on during what's on Sunday, what's happening on Sunday in my local area. So, and this will come up, and you can scroll through in your area about what events are happening. So you can see that down the bottom here where that red arrow is, where it says discovery, that is where you can discover more information. And this is really exciting, because what this does is it leads you, click on that and you'll get a map. And what that does is it populates events and places in your local area using filters at the top. So you can see the filters up here that say today. Am I actually sharing my screen? That's what I'm wondering. Let's see. No, I'm not. Well, that was a bit silly, wasn't it? There we go. We'll just have to scooch back now. What a morning. Oh, my Lord. Help me. Help me. There's Mari in the bottom. I'm just going to have to pop me in the bottom there. Let's see. Okay, so Roy is saying with your name lower third. I'm not quite sure what that means. I couldn't see the screen before, and I was just looking, and now I can see the screen. Roy's going, well, April is what this app is doing with your name the same as James's friend. I'm not quite sure. We're having a little conversation here. All right. How do we add our local event to the app, Adair? Do you know? Roy, it's only available in the US. So what I would imagine is if you go to your Play Store, Google Play, or your whatever, let's go. We're going to have to scooch back here. If you go to your iTunes or Google Play and download the local app, it will pull it in. So if you've got it on Facebook, it will pull it into that event, so into the app event. Joe said, try turning it off and back on again. No, I'm scooching along and doing all this stuff, and I didn't even have the screen share on. So that was operator error. That was me. Let's see. You know what they say, the hurrier you go, the behind you get. It's the same for all of us. So let's just go on here and see again. Try again. Now we've got the full screen. So I'm just going to go back really quickly and show you what I was looking at and talking about before, because this is me learning out loud. Actually, it's the first time I've done PowerPoint on. I think it's the first time I've done PowerPoint on Be Live. So bear with me, folks. It's not the first time I've shared screens, so it's not really an excuse for me just being operator error here. I'm just seeing if that's actually coming up. I can see that it's now sharing. Okay, so it's actually sharing the screen that I'm sharing the wrong screen. It doesn't matter. I'm going to share this screen because that's the inside of it, but that's okay. You'll get the gist. So Mari has got, she's put up in her little tutorial she did last week, which I've just taken screenshots of and put into a PowerPoint. Thank you, Mari. Really appreciate that. You can see here where the red arrow is. You can change the location. So once you've changed the location, you get this screen and it will bring you up. You can start typing in, enter a city. You can type in wherever you want to go. And then here you will go pull in those of your friends who are interested in going to the events that you're looking at going into in your local area. same as in events on Facebook, it's just in an app and it adds more stuff. So you've got specific events here, and then you've got the calendar. So you can filter by events and you can filter by calendar also. So whatever particular events are on at what time. So if you tap the calendar and you see the specific events that are available in the area on the day that you choose, you can further filter these by using the discovery tool. That's where we got up to last time. See where the red arrows pointing, the discovery there, which means that then you can, it populates events in your local area, and then you can use the filters at the top. Now the filters you can use this way. They are today, filters are today, anytime, art, cause, comedy, games, gardening, health, home, literature, music, networking, parties, religion, shopping, theatre, and wellness, as far as I could gather. That's a pretty exhaustive list that you can filter by. So you can filter by any of those at all. And I'll show you an example of that a bit later. So Mari has now filtered by today. So she wants to know what's on today at any time. Oh, she said, oh, so any time this weekend, you can see they're highlighted. And then you can scroll across the top. That populates this here. And then you can, it populates the map. You can scroll across the top and select any of the category, or any of the categories, actually, not any one of the categories. So you can actually, select by 3 or 4 different categories if you want. So this is really interesting, because when you're doing your events, when you're putting the categories in, it's probably a good idea to think very carefully about what categories you want to use. So this one you can see, if you're a restaurant, you want to be listed here, because what Mari has done is she's listed food. You can see it has red up the top left-hand corner there. It's highlighted red. So if she's listed food in the San Diego area, this is what comes up. I'm sure there are many, many, many more. This is a food event in San Diego that you could actually, I know a friend of mine who owns a restaurant up in Sterling in the Adelaide Hills, Restaurant Tranquillo. She has events every Monday. They have Mexican night, so you could actually do an event which would come up on this if you were in, well, once it's rolled out. So you could actually run that and it would come up as a food event. So and it also shows which of your friends who are interested in attending or going to the event. Then when you click on it, it comes up as the event page that we all know so well. And then what you can do is you can just click on the map list in order, so you don't have to necessarily look at each one on the map. You can scroll through and you can search on several filters. So you can see here Mari's searched on weekends, evening, food and health, which is interesting because it throws up the after party with the chefs presented by an alcoholic beverage. There you go. So that is really, really exciting stuff, I think. And then here, if you click down the bottom right-hand side, it will expand the calendar, and then your own personal calendar. You'll see your own calendar, just like you do when you look in your calendar on your events calendar in Facebook app already. So you'll be able to see this this sort of layout in the app. If you click on the more, you can go straight to categories rather than searching. You can search by categories, so you don't have the filters. You can just scroll through and search by the categories. Very exciting stuff. So you can see here Mari's changed the location to Edinburgh and the UK. She selected a cafe, and you will see here that there are a few cafes in this area. It just pulls in places. So if you are a restaurant or a cafe and you've got yourself listed as a local business or a place, it's going to pull in places And so you will be in your interest to have them have those, I'm just reading the comments now. Oh, look, squirrel. It would be in your interest to have your cafe, your restaurant, your place listed and active. So I can see this is huge, huge, huge for things like restaurants and cafes, because you are going to. I'll give you an example. What we did was a little while ago now, but Javier, my partner, and I were on a pseudo paleo diet. We went on this lifestyle. It was called Wild Fit, run by a guy called Eric Amides, and it's sort of like paleo, a cousin to paleo, and we were looking for paleo cafes to go and eat at. And I went to the business page and looked at the paleo cafe in our local area, and because it was the one I actually knew of. Now, something like an app like this would actually pull in all of the paleo cafes in the local area. So I would have more of a chance of selecting one that was maybe closer to me or had better reviews or something like that. Because when I looked at the reviews on this cafe, then they had really, really good reviews, and then the reviews went really poor. And then what happened was, actually reading the reviews and their responses to the reviews, it started off really strong, and then they changed management. For about a month, 6 weeks, they got the food wrong, and they got the wait for the service was slow. They waited too long, and there was all this sort of thing happening. But then after about a month, 6 weeks, you could see the reviews start to rise again. So it looked like that they was trying to find their feet. Then they found their feet, and then they were off and running again. So the reviews became good. And so you could actually map the story of the cafe from this, looking at the reviews on the business page. That was really interesting. And I'm thinking in terms of how this would be used locally. As you can see with the last one, was actually pulling in the cafes in the, let's see if I can show you that one again, sharing the screen. So you can see they're pulling in the cafes from around in the local area is something that that was going to be, this is more the Yelp-like feature of it. So I had Roy saying, true dat, never rush. That's like I said, the hurrier you go, the behind you get. So so this is the new app. You guys have it in the US. If you are here from the US, then do get it, use it, but make sure that your pages, I think it probably is potentially, I don't know how we can use this to get our even our live broadcasts. If we've got online things that we're sharing, which, I mean, if you look at it, a live broadcast is possibly an event. Vivian, you can use it, definitely put up events for your, when you do your markets for your loom fruit, that type of thing. You can, and then people will be able to see what's happening with the markets. Like, there's all sorts of things that you can use it for that are going to give people more opportunity to find out exactly what it is that you're doing, how you're doing it, and getting the word out there. So I see this as an absolutely good thing. I don't know if you can hear that siren in the background. That's like really inconvenient. Hey, oh, I'm hoping it's not a car accident. So it's, I should shut the, no, they're gone now. Day before, I was on net friending with Joy and April, and I had some crows out the back, and all you could hear was this like, rah, rah, rah. Doing that again for your benefit, April. All right. So if there's any questions about that, please feel free to pop them in the comments. Before I leave, I do want to make a quick mention of the course that I'm running. It's starting on the 4th of December. It's Accelerate Your Business Page. It is a 1-week course, and it's only $37 AU. So if you're in the US and you want to do the course, it's a bargain with the exchange rate. And you will, I think it's probably end up about, you know, like maybe $27 or $34, or like it's, you actually get quite a substantial discount if you are trading in US dollars. But it will be, you get an email every morning, a 7 to 10 minute email about one aspect of your business page and growing your business page, getting your business page to a point where you've got it's healthy, it's active, you've got things happening on your business page. Is a challenge. We've got a private Facebook group for members only that I'm present in daily. It's for that 1 week. It only goes for a week, and then you get to stay in the group. So this time I'm actually adding chat bots. This is the 3rd iteration of this course. I'm adding some basic stuff around how to put chatbots into your business page in the course as well. And as new things evolve, as things happen with Facebook, I do change the course. Like I said, 3rd iteration this time with new information, and some old stuff I take out. So it's really worth your while to buy the course, and then you can come back and do it as many times as you like, because there are constant changes on Facebook. So this is a basic course to get you up and running on your business page, to position yourself to take advantage of all this awesome stuff that's coming down the wire from Facebook that for your business. So on that note, I'm going to leave it. Thank you very much for joining me. We had a bit of a wonky start. I'll know now never to do that again, but or try and get I think there's some stuff I can do now to try and get things ready, maybe enlist some help of some friends and get people ready to just push the button. Everything's really perfectly ready to push the button at 9:30. I might even try it again to see if I can get myself organized earlier and enlist some help, and because the challenge is on, folks. The challenge is on. I want to know that I can do it and do it fast. So it did take me a few minutes longer than what I anticipated. However, I know that it can be done. So it's just getting better and better at it. So, all right, folks, have a wonderful Friday. Have a magnificent weekend. I will see you back here again at 9:30 Australian Central Daylight Time on Friday for Friday Facebook Fix next week. Bye for now.